Summertime may mean hosepipe bans for some, but in video game land, the big game announcement tap has been firmly switched on. A deluge of new games are heading down the pipes. I don't know what's harder, the wait to play these beauties or picking just 7 for this list. Tell us in the comments what you can't wait to glug down. Meanwhile, here are 7 PS5 games that the Access team are thirsting to play right this moment. The first PS5 game instantly on my wishlist is Phantom Blade Zero, a game that seems to have everything. Just look at this thing. You're fighting 4 guys at once. No, wait, you're hiding from a ball and chain. My bad, you're dueling atop a cart while the world's most stoic horse manages not to freak out. There's wall running, men in giant hats, ribbons of blood. You almost need to whack the trailer into 0.25 speed just to keep up. If you do slow it right down, you'll learn this is the tale of Soul, an assassin accused of killing the master of his order and fending off a fatal wound that will kill him in 66 days. Imagine if you only had 66 days to live. I'd be sad I wasn't going to play this for a start. It looks and moves like nothing else, the result of a collaboration between Kung Fu film action director Kenji Tanigaki and a design team that honed its craft cramming action games onto mobile game touch controls. They say that streamlining experience led to the dizzying combos on display here. It all unfolds in Phantom World, a semi-open world that's a gorgeous crush of inspirations. S-Game mix martial arts and steampunk machines into what they call Kung Fu Punk, and thread all that through a bleak world begging for a splash of colour. Will Blood Red do? 'Cause that's all I got.
Next up, it's Alan! Your favourite tortured writer is back to tap out a long-awaited sequel on his typewriter. Riding the renewed hype wave after Alan Wake Remastered in 2021, this return to dark psychological horror looks more intense than ever, as 2 playable characters take on nightmares across their respective realities. There's our main man Alan, the writer that disappeared 13 years ago, now trying to escape the looping hell of the dark place by writing a meta-narrative to freedom, and he is joined by a new co-star, Saga Anderson, an FBI agent investigating ritualistic murders plaguing Bright Falls. This is dark, dark stuff. Literally, with a tighter camera perspective squeezing us into survival horror territory as Saga's investigative powers uncover the festering truth beneath the town, its surrounding forests, and a new rundown backwater town called Watery. While I personally am pumped to catch up with old friends, I hope that Oh Dear Diner is still serving breakfast. This is designed to be completely playable for newcomers to the Alan Wake universe. Intriguingly, you can also choose the order you'll approach the 2 parallel storylines, with Anderson and Wake's stories prophesizing and echoing each other as they unfold. Pack your torch, your batteries, and maybe a comfort blanket as we prep for Alan Wake 2, coming to PS5 on the 17th of October.
Not content with gobbling our every waking hour with Destiny 2, Bungie are gunning for the remaining seconds of the day by returning to Marathon, the sci-fi universe that pushed them into the spotlight in the early 1990s. I was barely alive back then, do not look into that, so haven't savoured the Apple Macintosh original, but I'm hungry for this revival. It's an extraction shooter, so it's all about getting in, grabbing loot and getting the hell out, all while under fire from rival players and local hostiles. As a cybernetic runner, you either go it alone or in a trio, but where it goes from there is up to you. Are you an aggressor or a vulture, waiting for the gunfire to settle to pick the bones clean? Do you risk it all for that final shard of an artifact? Bungie hints that reaching the exfil, the focus of so many extraction shooters, isn't the only way to win. And it's wrapped up in everything Bungie do so well. The gun feel, the world building, the sense of mystery that already has us following breadcrumb trails to behind-the-scenes secrets. There's even talk of players collectively altering the state of the entire game. An alien artifact you swipe could be the key to unlocking a whole new area of Tau Ceti 4 for all future players. I mean, it likely won't be me finding that key, but I'll appreciate it when it happens. This can't come to PS5 soon enough.
Ascend, Arisen, for the end of the world beckons once again. The 2012 action RPG Dragon's Dogma didn't so much capture our imaginations as leap onto them and hold on like a tiny knight grappling a griffin. And now round 2 is on the way, already carving out fresh footholds in our minds. Playing as the Arisen, you're on the trail of the mighty dragon that has taken your heart. Rude, calling on a host of unique pawns, your NPC party devoted to serving the Arisen as you embark on your quest. And of course, that is going to take place over a gorgeous fantasy world rife with magic, mysteries, new monsters, Did I spot a Sphinx in there? And a brand new race debuting their adorable little faces for the first time in the series, the Beastren. Yes, these are big humanoid cats. And yes, I will be patronising all of them by trying to stroke these cuties endlessly. Ooh, what a cute knight you are. Ooh, well done. Dragon's Dogma always did things differently. From a magic system that saw simple spells gradually juiced up into apocalyptic events and all kinds of fun interplay between classes. Something continuing here as we see a warrior shield boost a friend onto an ogre's head. With wizards conjuring platforms out of thin air and other fights dragging us higher into the air, my mind is already fizzing with the possibilities. No date for Dragon's Dogma 2 yet, but we do know it's coming to PlayStation 5 and will be gorgeous, thanks to the power of Capcom's brilliant RE engine running through all those flippy fringes.
Anyone else have a Helldivers sequel on their 2023 bingo card? I loved Arrowhead's top-down PS4 Bug Blaster and am slightly blown away by how much its core fantasy has been amplified for Helldivers 2. Once again, you're a galactic peacekeeper fighting for the glory of Super-Earth. But this time the camera is dragged down into the heat of battle. You get to see alien scum up close and personal as you turn them into goo and meaty chunks with power weapons. Yum. As in the first game, action hinges around stratagems, aerial drops you call into battle. That could be a gun turret, shield generators, anti-personnel mine deployers, a 500-kilogram bomb. It's up to you to read the situation and either hunker down with defenses or violently scorch the earth with an airstrike. The more missions you complete, the more you upgrade your ship and the more death rains down from above. It's the Helldivers way. And true to the original, friendly fire is still turned on, perfectly capturing the chaos of 4 gung-ho meatheads with itchy trigger fingers and sure to result in the most chaotic PlayStation Access stream of all time. All this awaits us on PS5 in 2023.
Now, if you're anything like the Access team, you spent your first look at Sword of the Sea's undulating dunes asking yourself, is this? Could it be? Are we getting a Journey sequel? But no, this is not Cry Hard 2, Cry Harder. Developers Giant Squid were founded by Journey art director Matt Nava, and his continued fascination with dreamy, shifting landscapes finds a perfect home in the necropolis of the gods. In this world, terrain flows in constant waves and has to be tamed atop a hoversword. Part sword, part skateboard, part hoverboard. So while the land has the ethereal soulfulness of a Journey or an Abzu, it is navigated in the style of a Tony Hawk skater. Squint and those ancient ruins double as ramps and half-pipes, begging for a gnarly hoversword swoop. Okay, I would be surprised if we're doing any of this to an early noughties pop-punk soundtrack, but not disappointed. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from humming Goldfinger or Dead Kennedys as you explore this world as the Wraith, bringing back nature to tombs, shipwrecks and battlefields, while avoiding hulking great leviathans that like their necropolis exactly as it is. Honestly, with these looks, this concept and that studio, there is nothing about Sword of the Sea that does not excite us. We can't wait to catch a wave on PS5.
Finally, let's go out with a bang in Teardown, a game that raises the bar for environmental destruction and then takes that bar and breaks it in half for good measure. Tuxedo Labs' custom voxel engine allows you to rip apart its world in almost molecular detail. Explosives level buildings, hammers punch holes in walls, and firearms let you get surgical with masonry. Or you could just drive a snowplow through the whole lot. Just having these toys in sandbox mode will probably keep me playing forever, but Teardown also packs in a campaign where aggressive remodeling is used to commit insurance fraud and rob businesses. It's not just about turning everything to dust. A big part of the game is about carving optimal paths and planting planks to create walkways. How do you shave off extra seconds of time when literally anything is a shortcut waiting to happen? And when, or if you're done with all that, Tuxedo Labs says they'll be dragging the best mods from the PC version into the PS5 game. Teardown brings down the house on PS5 in 2023. In every sense of the word, absolutely smashing. Property destruction, desert surfing, trapped authors, and alien robberies. That's what's got us hot under the collar on PS5. Let us know in the comments what you're pumped to play in 2023 and beyond, and make sure to subscribe to PlayStation Access to hear all about the latest games. See you soon.